There's a couple of small Alexa Bliss updates, so we'll take a look at that, as well as another new theory. We'll also take a look at what Brock Lesnar had to say about Roman Reigns. Before we get into this new Alexa Bliss theory and concept, let's take a look at the latest update from Alexa Bliss herself. Alexa took to Twitter and posted a tweet that said, "Love you all, just wanted ya to know." That tweet received nearly 20,000 likes and had fans very confused on what it could possibly mean. Is it a goodbye? Is it just a message thanking the fans for support while she's just sort of sitting around waiting for WWE Creative to come up with something for her? Some fans in the replies of that tweet were even talking about how they're starting to get serious Bray Wyatt 2021 vibes from Alexa's current WWE situation. And we did talk about that last week. A fan made the graphic that showed Alexa's Elimination Chamber return was pretty much equal to Bray Wyatt's WrestleMania 37 return. Both returns had fans absolutely baffled and asking, why would you hype up a return match if they're just gonna lose and vanish from TV? And that's exactly what happened in both cases for Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt, following their respective returns at Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania 37. So much hype for Bray Wyatt's return and this new, stronger Fiend, and he ends up losing his first match back and to never be seen again in WWE. And from WrestleMania 37 in April 2021, all the way up until his release that summer, fans were holding out hope for a Bray Wyatt return, and now that's what's happening with Alexa Bliss. We were supposed to see this newly improved Alexa Bliss when she returned after those therapy sessions, but she lost, disappeared, and now they're sort of in that state where we were last year with Bray Wyatt, where we're just sitting around and sort of wondering if Alexa Bliss is ever coming back. Despite all the scary similarities to the Bray Wyatt situation from 2021, this doesn't seem like it's going to end in the same manner. Alexa isn't going anywhere. It was just a horrible move by WWE's part to bring her back basically for a one-night-only return when there was no plans or WrestleMania match set up in place for her. That was their massive mistake that created this entire mess. If they would have just stretched out the therapy sessions for a few more weeks, end it with a big cliffhanger, and keep Alexa mysteriously missing, then that would have been a million times better than what they actually went with. So hopefully it's just the same thing, where they already have their WrestleMania card set in stone, and they bring her back immediately after WrestleMania. Like we keep saying, if Alexa isn't one of those big returns on one of those Raw or Smackdowns after WrestleMania, then the concern is only going to grow. Which brings us to today's new theory. We already went over what an Alexa Bliss return would look like on the Raw after WrestleMania during the last theory video. We came up with the scenario of Alexa Bliss crashing Bianca Belair's title celebration after defeating Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. But for today's theory, let's flip the script and look at the scenario of Alexa Bliss making a shocking return at the Smackdown after WrestleMania. Now, after WrestleMania 38, the SmackDown Women's Champion will either be Ronda Rousey or Charlotte Flair, which in this scenario, either of these women being champion makes perfect sense for Alexa Bliss's theory. Whether the champion is Ronda or Charlotte after WrestleMania, it works out because Alexa has unfinished business with both women. If Charlotte Flair retains her SmackDown Women's title after WrestleMania and has her own segment on that SmackDown after WrestleMania, that's another ideal spot for a big return for Alexa Bliss. Everyone knows the recent history between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte was the one responsible for destroying Lily. She basically made Alexa take that hiatus and enter those therapy sessions. So if there's anyone on top of Alexa's revenge list, it just has to be Charlotte Flair. Before the Royal Rumble, we talked about how Alexa returning at the Rumble to win it all and select Charlotte Flair would set up that revenge story for WrestleMania, but obviously that didn't happen. But Alexa making a surprise appearance on this SmackDown after WrestleMania to unexpectedly confront Charlotte for that night of horror that she put her through 7 months ago would be pretty interesting. Remember that Charlotte would have just beat Ronda Rousey in this scenario, so she probably feels on top of the world at this point. And that's probably why Alexa Bliss would have a chance to upset Charlotte Flair and get the revenge for Lily. Another thing you may be asking yourself is that Alexa Bliss was drafted to Raw, so how would this even be possible? Well, that doesn't really matter, just look at what happened with Big E. He was drafted in the first round to Raw, and WWE decided to just move him to SmackDown with no explanation at all. So they can definitely do the same thing here. Just move Alexa Bliss to SmackDown and no one will really say a word. It's definitely possible. Now let's look at the other possible outcome. What if Ronda Rousey is SmackDown Women's Champion after WrestleMania? Well, Alexa Bliss still has a case for a revenge against Ronda Rousey. Remember that Alexa's last singles title reign was in 2018, where she lost the title to Ronda Rousey and was never able to get it back. As a matter of fact, Alexa hasn't held any singles title since losing that title to Ronda Rousey nearly 4 years ago. And if you want to make this feud a bit more personal and add some real-life elements to it, Ronda Rousey did put Alexa Bliss on the shelf with 2 concussions. It was a very scary time for Alexa Bliss. There was a point where everyone thought Alexa's in-ring career was over because of what happened in those matches with Ronda Rousey. So as you can see, Alexa has a case for either Ronda or Charlotte. Charlotte and Alexa have had that history together of everything that happened at Extreme Rules 2021, which was a big deal because everyone knows how important Lily is to Alexa's current character. Ronda and Alexa, on the other hand, have a much deeper history that dates back nearly 4 years. So, no matter who you put Alexa up against in this situation, there's a lot of story to tell there. Even if it's a triple threat match after WrestleMania between Alexa, Ronda, and Charlotte, with Alexa barely sneaking out with a big title win, that'll be a big deal because Alexa would be getting back at both of her big rivals at the same time in this one singles match. So as you can see, there's a lot of great possible direction to take Alexa Bliss in on both Raw and SmackDown. We just have to be hopeful that WWE comes up with something for her after WrestleMania. In other news, Brock Lesnar recently spoke with the New York Post and broke character to give his honest thoughts on Roman Reigns and WrestleMania. Brock had this to say, quote, "I see a superstar. I see a guy who came into his own and is a real threat as a person and as a character. Roman has the it factor. Has had it. It's exciting to me. I get goosebumps just thinking about this match." End quote. So, high words of praise there from Brock Lesnar on Roman Reigns. Brock has been doing a lot of interviews lately, and that's something he's been constantly talking about. He keeps saying that there needs to be more superstars like that to step up to the plate and just demand everyone's attention and get fans to come out to WWE shows when they're in their town. Brock Lesnar has been this massive star for a long time now, and now Roman Reigns is quickly emerging as the biggest superstar and face of modern-day WWE. Those two superstars will collide at WrestleMania, and the winner will, of course, be making a lot of history. So we'll see who comes out on top on that one. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed.